It's 2026, and big tech wants you to believe you need a $1,000 GPU just to stack some pixelated blocks in Minecraft. But today we're saying no to capitalism. This right here is a Dell Optiplex 780 from all the way back in 2009. It's rocking an Intel Core 2 Duo E8400 and a measly 4 gigs of RAM. In today's landscape, this isn't even a PC, it's just an obsolete office paperweight. But our goal today is absolutely insane. We're gonna optimize this ancient relic until it hits a 1000 FPS in Minecraft. Can a 16-year-old piece of e-waste actually slap modern tech in the face? Let's find out. So I actually snagged this Dell Optiplex 780 from a local thrift store for less than a McDonald's Big Mac combo. And of course, there's a reason it was dirt cheap. The side panel completely vanished ages ago. The overall exterior is definitely showing its age, but luckily it's not quite ready for the dumpster just yet. Step inside though, and surprisingly, all the core components seem intact. Oh, look at that. Even the CD drive has evaporated. We've got two completely naked RAM sticks here, no labels. So your guess on the capacity is as good as mine. There's also zero storage inside this thing. Up top is a proprietary Dell power supply. And tucked under this heatsink, we have an Intel Core 2 Duo 8400. Man, this thing used to be an absolute legend. To be honest, this spec sheet looks painfully weak by today's standards. Can it actually handle Minecraft and push past 1000 FPS? Sounds like a total pipe dream, and I'm honestly skeptical. But before we even think about that insane milestone, let's see if this bad boy can even boot. Oh, it actually boots. We made it into the BIOS. Look at that, we've got 4 gigs of RAM here, meaning those two naked sticks are 2 gigs each. Nice. The CPU is of course the Core 2 Duo E8400. So besides the sketchy looking case, everything actually seems fine. Alright, now I need a hard drive to get this thing running, and our first test run is going to be Windows 7. We have a display. Considering the age of this setup, Windows 7 is easily the most nostalgic choice. A quick check shows the system fully recognizes all the hardware. RAM is idling at just over 700 megs. That's an impressive number, but then again, the golden era of these specs perfectly lined up with the heyday of Windows 7. Now let's throw Prism Launcher on here and see what happens. And boom, a massive slap in the face from Windows 7. The OS basically screams, nope, your machine is way too ancient to run modern software. A system error popped up instantly because the latest versions of Prism Launcher have officially dropped support for Windows 7. Alright, so we're saying goodbye to Prism Launcher on this OS change of plans. Let's try Legacy Launcher instead. Luckily, the launcher actually fires up this time. I tried launching the latest version, but the system instantly crashed due to an OpenGL conflict. Let's roll back to an older version like 1.8.9, and yep, we get hit right in the face with an Intel driver error. Okay, you know what? That's enough. I am not about to spend hours troubleshooting stupid errors on an OS that Microsoft killed off years ago. Maybe we shouldn't expect too much from an ancient operating system anymore. It's time to let it rest in peace in a museum. Alright, Windows 7 is officially out. Next up, Windows 10. Drive is in, power is on, and we have a display, thank goodness. Software support is obviously better here, but with an ancient CPU and a measly 4 gigs of RAM, I am not holding my breath. Luckily, Prism Launcher fires up with no issues, but the moment I open Minecraft, it slaps us with a low RAM warning. 1.7 gigs are already occupied before the game even launches. Windows 10 has already swallowed nearly half of our available resources. Talk about a total memory hog. I decided to ignore the warning and push through. But oh no, we're hit with an OpenGL error again. Looks like this ancient hardware is officially disqualified from running newer versions of the game. Time to take a step back and try version 1.8.9 instead. Oh, it actually runs. Finally, this machine cooperates and gets into Minecraft, but man, it's a total stutter fest. We're sitting at under 20 FPS. That is just brutal. I immediately slammed all graphics settings to the absolute lowest. It bumps us past 30 FPS, but staring straight at the sky still can't touch 60. Time for a change of tactics. I shrunk the game into a tiny windowed mode and boom, The FPS skyrockets past 100. Staring at the sky now hits around 270 FPS. Impressive for this junk, but let's be real, it's still miles away from our 1000 frames per second target. So, Windows 10 can play Minecraft, but it hoards way too many resources. On a dated setup like this, that is a massive deal breaker. We are never hitting 1000 FPS if we stay here. We need an OS that's lighter, cleaner, and better optimized. Let's move. Now it's time for Linux Mint XFCE. Let's see if this go-to Linux distro can save this antique setup any better than Windows. Alright, installation finished. Pretty smooth actually. The system fully recognized all this ancient hardware without a single hitch. At idle, RAM is hovering just over 800 megs. That's as lightweight as Windows 7. Not a bad start. Now time to clack away in this clunky terminal window to get Prism Launcher installed. Sweet Prism Launcher fired up on the first try. I'm gonna test version 26.1.2 again. And, as expected, the system hits the exact same OpenGL error. Turns out this prehistoric hardware has zero hope of running newer Minecraft versions, no matter what operating system you throw at it. So we're back to version 1.8.9. And the game actually booted. We're sitting at mid-teen FPS here. Seriously? Obviously, I gotta drop the graphics settings. After slamming everything down to the absolute minimum, we're getting around 30 FPS while staring at the sky. Still way too low. When shrinking it down to windowed mode, things got noticeably smoother. We're hitting around 130 frames per second looking up at the sky. Not bad, but this actually seems lower than our Windows 10 benchmark. I have no idea why. Can any of you explain this? Still not giving up, I kept pushing forward with Legacy Launcher. I picked Forge Optifine 1.8.9, hoping that throwing in some mods would make a miracle happen. We're in the game, and things get even more baffling. Initially, we only get around 10 FPS, exactly like on Prism Launcher. I dropped all the settings again, and it barely crawled past 20 frames per second. Switching to windowed mode didn't help either. We're still maxing out at 130 frames per second looking at the sky. Good lord, this is still light years away from our 1000 frames per second target. Even though Linux Mint is an incredibly stable and user-friendly distro, it just doesn't seem like a good match for this ancient Dell hardware this time around. The Minecraft results went completely against expectations, but I'm not giving up that easily. Now we're gonna need a different Linux distro that's even lighter on resources and way less picky about hardware. After weighing my options, I went with Manjaro Linux. This Arch-based distro is famous for being super forgiving on older hardware, especially an old-timer like this Dell Optiplex 780. Installation was insanely fast. The UI is clean, idling at around 900 megabytes of RAM. The terminal even has a cool transparency effect looking straight through to the desktop. A quick graphics check shows Mesa Intel, so at least the integrated GPU is doing the work instead of forcing the CPU to do all the heavy lifting. Now a few lines of code to install Prism Launcher. Select the legendary 1.8.9 and let's hop in. Well, crap, still only 10 FPS. I immediately slammed all settings to the absolute lowest, which clawed us up to nearly 40. Not terrible, but still way too low. Switching to windowed mode and staring at the sky skyrockets us to 130 frames per second, but real-world gameplay is still totally depressing. Time for Plan B. Next up, Legacy Launcher on release 1.7.10. Let's load in, oh my god, not even 20 FPS. Dropping the graphics to the minimum barely crawls past 40. This is actually worse than before. Screw it, switching straight to Optifine 1.7.10 for my secret trick. A flat world to minimize render blocks. It actually worked. The moment I loaded in, we're hovering near 100 FPS. Slamming the settings to the lowest pushes us well past the 100 mark. Time to deploy some black magic to break the limits. I dropped the screen resolution to 1280 by 720 and shrunk the Minecraft window. This tiny window is brutal to look at, but the results are no joke. 296 frames per second. Not stopping there, I went aggressive down to 640 by 480 and headed underground. Look at this pitch black screen, almost 500 frames per second. Still not satisfied, I roll back to an even older version, Optifine 1.5.2. Boom! Right off the bat, the counter jumps past 200 FPS. Now, slam the settings, drop the resolution to 800 by 600, shrink the window, and dig a super deep tunnel. And there it is, 1000 FPS. Stare at this pitch black screen, guys, a literal 1000 FPS. Sure, you can't see anything but pure darkness, but remember, this is still Minecraft.